Yeah, I read one.
Yeah,
I caught up with one.
Connor, you can't say that anymore.
What?
Dawson, read one.
Oh, cool. Well, that's because you actually did it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Man,
Connor, go.
Yeah, I gotta read
My Hero Academia.
now.
Yeah.
I don't. You just read something
Just
on
read
my list.
Dude.
Andrew wants you to read My Hero, but you can pick anything from the list of manga I've read. and read
Dawson, don't do this. Don't do this.
I'm just curious what he would choose to
No, just
read.
go with My Hero Academia. Like, just do it.
Andrew knows I'd choose something else just despite.
Just despite. Okay, you think he would like My Hero Academia? I feel like he wouldn't.
No, that's the reason why I want to know. Because I'm too curious.
Too curious about whether he will like it or not?
Yeah.
But see, he's gonna like it less if we make him read it.
It doesn't matter.
Does that matter to you?
You've already put on the pressure. It's not gonna change now.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. When somebody
I'll read it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So what did you think of one?
I enjoyed one a lot.
How did you think of King's special moves?
King's special moves were hilarious. I really like Zombie Man. He's cool. Metal Bat's funny. I'm mostly really excited for this current arc. Just seeing Saitama and Tornado dicking around is pretty hilarious.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Connor, I think we had this conversation over the break where I went, hey Connor, I sat down and I read all of the Monster Association arc. Like, yeah, me too. Like, it's really good.
Yeah, I like Monster Association. It went on a little too long for me.
Oh, I thought it went perfect.
Sometimes when I'm reading an arc, I'm like, damn, this is cool. And there were parts of Monster Association I really liked and I really enjoyed, like Bang's final little thing with
because
what's his face was good. It was so long, and there was points where I was like,
because the thing is that's
still going.
That's because it's the longest one arc so far.
Yeah.
Because the longest One Punch Man arc, because the other arcs aren't as long.
Yeah, I think it was mainly because so much of it took place in the same place.
Yeah,
They just kept. I liked the ending of it, and I liked the beginning of it, but a huge section of the middle section was just fighting monsters, fighting S-class heroes over and over again, and then and then Tornado breaks the whole thing apart, and then they're just fighting again. And it's like, there's too much fighting here. I want less of that. I would have liked some of that to be taken out in the middle, and it would have been perfect.
Because the thing is, it's showing off each S-class hero, and
there's so many
too much.
Yeah, there's so many characters who just didn't get their own story up to that point.
And they should have gotten their own story, not just shown them.
And they did,
but it was not the place for it. The arc was in full swing, and then they're just holding off on it because they want to.
You mean it was building up? It's each character goes off to do their individual fights, and then you show off each individual character style, and not only that,
just too much fighting for me.
I know. I thought it was...
And too much talking in between the fights,
Okay, I kind of like the talking between the fights. It's this is the first time we're feeling really, really fucked right now. With them.
See, I like that, but there was just... I would have liked it if there was a little less of both. A little less fighting, and then an equally less amount of talking. Just cut out a section of that, take it, and then give the characters you would have developed there development somewhere else.
Well, they did that with, what's his name? Pig God, after the fact.
Yeah, and I wish they would have done that with more characters, not just Pig God.
No, because see, the thing I like about that is that...
I liked having it there for Zombie Man, but I wish Super Alloy Darkshine would have gotten his somewhere else.
Yeah, he didn't really do much except fight Garou.
But that's part of his development, is that you find out how he's so strong, his superpowers, and then you make him fight Garou, and then you see...
They threw it a little bit right there when he was kind of breaking down, and they had, what's his name, Purry Purry's trying to cheer him up and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not like any of that was bad. I just personally felt like the arc started to drag in the middle.
Yeah,
that's my one complaint.
But I
with
enjoyed
this
all
whole
the
manga.
individual parts.
My one complaint with this whole manga is that it dragged in the middle.
See, that's the difference. Where I went, I felt that I was I was hooked in every single moment of that, of getting to know each extended character, and
Dawson, I was trying to watch it on a school night when I had an 8 a.m. and I'm like, fuck, this is long, but I need to keep reading. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I would take out, because I really did enjoy all the individual pieces.
There's nothing for me. I can't think.
I can't pinpoint what I'd want to take out.
Because
I can't change the fact that it felt longer than I wanted it to be.
Because the thing is, you start off, they go in, and then the Monster Association arc, the Monster Association is huge. So you have to get them each to fight the individual monsters first and totally demolish them.
My complaint about the length is there's so much point where I'm going, what the fuck is Saitama doing right now?
Yeah, that's another thing. A huge amount of one for me is just waiting till Saitama shows up and fixes the problem. And most of the time, it happens relatively quickly. And for this, I was just like, come on, when's...
I just wanted to punch Flash in the face and say, let him go already, God.
Yeah.
He's like, move that rock now. He's like, okay.
Like, that's kind of a thing one does, and One Punch in general does all the time.
The reason why they had to drag out Saitama from coming in is because
they wanted to make it actually fun and cool and stuff.
They wanted having all these... They wanted to show...
Everyone.
Yeah, they wanted...
Because you remember, like, Natural Water versus King and versus everyone else, like, oh my god, this thing's so OP, and then Saitama comes in and literally just, it's gone.
Yeah, because that's the thing I like, that's the thing, is like, I like every moment where Saitama's not in the frame, because it's like, you get moments where King is sitting there, and like, hey, the place you're standing there is kind of rocky, and
look out, don't trip over.
Don't trip
He's
over
just stalling for time by talking.
And then they're like, no, we have to read in between the lines, and then you get moments where where they're just where Garo comes in and just wrecks everything, or the moment where Bang like goes in and fights all the monsters and gets whooped, and they're like, should we have helped him?
No, like Bang takes out the dragon class things.
He takes out a
He's like, look how OP he is. Check it out. And then he starts getting like caught. And like he just gets dogpiled by everyone. He's like, oh, shouldn't we help him? He goes, I didn't think it would turn out this way. Sorry. And now do you finally understand what we mean by Atomic Samurai always gets mismatched?
Oh, yeah.
Black sperm.
Yeah, he always goes against somebody who's just, like, not his forte. Poor Atomic Samurai.
What else was there? Oh, dude, his disciple that they don't show in the anime. Or in the manga at all. Because it's, like, a stereotype that they'd rather not show.
Oh, the gay dude.
Oh.
The crossdresser.
Oh, yeah, the crossdresser dude.
Who's like, oh, we should...
Who's like, it's forbidden love.
Yeah, they totally redesign him in the manga, I'm pretty sure.
Huh. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like, what would I take out from that arc? Because I've gone through it twice. I'm like, I can't pinpoint, because I liked every moment of it.
We didn't talk about the Psychos bit. The new character, Psychos.
Yeah, and then...
Oh yeah, Psychos is interesting. Okay, I would have taken out...
Fubuti's shining time.
Yeah, it's time for Fubuti to shine. I probably would have not had Super Alloy Darkshine go with them. And I would have taken out two of the monsters.
Put Garo over the edge, though.
Yeah. Like, he was the catalyst to put Garo over the edge.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I still can't pinpoint, but I would take out...
Prisoner didn't do it. Like, he was just there as the rescue party.
Oh, I would have liked him not to be there, too.
I don't know. He was there for Alloy Darkshine. I don't know.
It's just... I don't know what to change, but it dragged. The whole arc dragged for me in the middle. And I was just like, God, this is still going. Just
maybe if they
end it and move on.
If they change locations, would you like it more?
Yes. If halfway through, instead of destroying the whole place, the group got split in half, and instead of like half being trapped under the rubble and half being on top of the rubble, half of them got like...
had to like corridors or something.
Yeah, or like some like weird other thing pops up that some of the monsters go towards and some of the heroes go towards. So they like split off. So instead of having them all converged in one place, you have half of them converged in one place and half of them moving towards the secondary objective.
You know who shouldn't have been there? Genos.
Genos. Getting wrecked yet again.
I'll help out, guys.
It's like Genos now.
No, I think what it is that I think probably the issue is that it was two groups that that went in at separate times. Because you have that first initial group that came in and started wrecking the place.
Too, like, and especially then, with the dog.
No, I got kind of...
And then you had
with the dog, but...
And then you had Saitama's group. And then you had Saitama's group going. And then I feel that if it was either one, everybody went in at the same time, maybe. I'm saying a huge maybe.
I think I'm just going to go with I wanted half of the group to split off and go after a different objective. Yeah. For some reason.
Okay, I want to see Flashy Flash and Sonic fight now.
Yeah, that would be really fun. I'm totally down.
No,
for
man,
that.
that moment where he's like,
they're pretty much the same character though. Like, he's like, oh shit, how did he block my attack?
Yeah.
I better attack again.
see, that's where I'm sitting at. It's like I wanted more extended cutscene, like fight scenes for me. Because
no, that would have made it.
There's moments
Dude,
where
it's one. Do you really want fight scenes?
It's so long as it is. Imagine all that plus fight scenes in the middle.
because
That would be so many
there's
chapters of one arc in one place
Zombie
with the
Man
same characters.
basically doesn't get a lot of fights because all of his fights are smash cuts to the after the fact.
Are you really gonna show 10 minutes of him fighting the same guy
Dude,
and just getting wrecked?
You know what
but
Zombie
whittling
Man
him
fighting
down?
looks like? Just Zombie Man getting crushed under thousands of attacks. and then
And occasionally getting one attack in, regenerating, and doing it again until he just wins by pure stamina default.
Yeah.
Oh no, just the fact that I was like, because I love the smash. Like I told you yesterday, I was like, I love his use of smash cuts. Where I did like the one where it was Zombie Man's like, I can't have a B hero take on Garo.
Yeah.
Smash cut to a puddle of blood,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, that's a good one. But like, there's the one where he's fighting like the vampire guy, and I was like, I wish that was less of a smash cut of like 35 minutes later.
Yeah. Ooh.
It should have been like 2 hours later.
Yeah. Longer than that.
This is great. Zombie Man's like a great character. I enjoyed
like Zombie Man.
all. I enjoyed all the main villains in that one too. They were really interesting. Like Homeless Emperor was an interesting character who
Yeah,
like
Homeless Emperor was cool.
he hinted at like the new big bad, which was cool.
Yeah, Psychosis was cool.
Black
Maybe-
Sperm was
maybe-
hilarious.
Dark
Okay,
Sperm
wait,
was
wait.
pretty funny.
Maybe if
I wasn't really that into
Fear Ugly. Yeah, I was about to say, maybe-
besides the fact that
He was literally just an excuse for what's his name to be here.
Handsome
Ass.
Handsome ass.
so, maybe if they took out Handsome.
Oh yeah,
Ass-
Handsome. Well,
They needed him to want to kill Garo at the end.
dude, he could have came in that like at the end of Boros.
That would have been kind of funny, actually.
Like, think about that.
Him just showing up late again and
Like,
wanting to kill
why
Garo.
is Z City a mess, guys? Why is Z City a mess?
you
Or
guys
no,
just
he
fucked up.
or he comes in at the end where he goes in like, hey, look, there's Garo, and then gets his shit pushed in, and then like, just don't let him be part of the initial group going in.
Yeah.
Like, make him like come in like, cause like make his gimmick be that he's always
group.
no make him be the fashionably late guy. Like he's always there at the
Yeah.
very end.
I gotta agree because I totally forgot he was there.
Yeah, I did
So
too
then
when
you
we were
wouldn't
talking
have
about
you
it.
wouldn't have the chapters with him. You wouldn't have the
He
sections.
wasn't
with
in
him.
there a lot though, so that really wouldn't change.
No, and then Fear
much.
Ugly wouldn't be there. Then maybe if you took out Atomic Samurai.
But they also needed Fear Ugly to jog
Like-
for Bang.
Did Atomic Samurai need to be there?
Yeah.
He's an interesting enough character. Like,
I don't know. They just needed something new. Basically, maybe you don't need to take anything out, but it needed something new. Because it was the same location for a huge amount of chapters. It was the same characters for a huge
okay, but
amount
they
of
did
chapters.
have like a lot of distractions. They had King coming in and all his amazing moments. They had
Yeah, but I wanted...
they had Fubuki's whole backstory. They had like
I wanted a new setting.
Dawson, there's no setting in this manga series.
There is no setting in one.
There's
Well,
no
maybe
setting.
it
It's
needs a
rubble.
setting.
One
It's
setting
rubble.
is scribbles.
Maybe it needs
No,
a setting.
one setting is a destroyed city.
Because all he has to do is scribble. Like, exactly. When Murata comes, there will be a better setting. It's fine.
No, there won't.
Murata's already changing shit around.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't.
I'm just... I don't know. I mean, I'm not super big into fighting and talking about fighting and stuff.
Mhm.
So that probably is why it dragged for me, too.
Well, there wasn't
Like-
really any actual fighting in this a lot of the time. It's because one doesn't draw very much stuff. It's
Yeah.
just like one or two attacks.
But it's
Yeah.
talking about fights.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, the parts that seemed like the longest were Garu just walking and shit-talking all the heroes.
Yeah, there was a
morals and
huge
stuff.
section of time where Garo's just, like, hanging out.
He goes, hey, fuck all you guys. you
And then he
hero
pushes
Yeah,
their
bastards."
shit in.
I don't know. I enjoyed Garu's, like, whole reasoning and his, like, villain stuff. He didn't...
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that. It's just there's a large section of time where it was focused on fighting Monster Association guys, and Garo's just like not doing anything.
Well, it's
I
because
think
Garo...
I wanted it all to happen at once.
Yeah. Well, because
Instead
there's
of-
multiple moments where
Garo
Garo
saving
inside...
the ugly kid.
Because the
Yeah,
thing is,
That's
Garo
a cool
inside...
parallel, actually.
That I did like. That I definitely because that's the ending section.
Yeah.
I like the
The-
ending section.
No, see, the
I
whole
like
thing
beginning
is the whole
section,
thing is there's
the
a
middle
lot of
is-
sections where Garo and Saitama are not in the scene.
Yeah,
It's where it's the other characters, and they're off doing their own thing. And I feel that if there was less of that, that would have appealed to you.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were in less of it appealed to me more.
I just... I like... If the characters are relevant to the story and the arc you're doing right now, I want them all to be there. I don't want some character just sitting somewhere dicking around while you... But, like, instead of...
I like Child Emperor's little thing where he, like, talks to, like... I know that was sort of, like, a stalling moment, but when Child Emperor's going, yo, we're kind of fucked right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, emergency, like, we need help, and... Yeah. I don't know, it kind of led... It's like, it reminded me, like, of one of, like, the Alien movies when all the shit's, like, hit the fan, and they're, like, trying to contact base, yeah. It's like, Metal Knight, help us. I'm like, really?
You're calling me Metal Knight? Out of everybody?
Well, Metal Knight's the only one really who could help, but he was kind of useless. Because he just doesn't want to help. He's like, no, I'm good.
I got research to do.
But,
I'll come back later and take all the pieces.
Yeah, I guess that's just the different appeals, because for me, it's like every moment I was like, yeah, seeing off the different characters, seeing off these characters I want to see, and seeing them fight and doing different things.
That was one's, like, second attempt at a major arc after Boros. And, like, I felt like it worked, because he, I don't know, it feels like his writing style's a bit different than a lot of people.
Well, it wasn't, I'm not saying it's bad in any way.
Like,
I know, it's just that we're trying to remedy that situation.
No, I'm not trying to, like, dismiss Dawson's argument either.
Yeah.
Like,
we're trying
to... long and...
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of that has to do with
But we're not professional writers, so we can't really remedy it sometimes.
Exactly. That's the problem. I'm not like a mangaka. I'm not... So I can't come up with a better alternative. It just... For me, it dragged in the middle, and that's a fact I can't get around.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but there were so many points, other than the Monster Association, I also enjoyed. I enjoyed seeing Genus again, and Zombie Man's backstory and stuff.
Didn't that happen before?
Right before the Monster Association arc.
I liked that. That was nice. That was a different setting.
Going back to Genus really quick, or Genius? Genus.
Child.
I love the fact that it wasn't Saitama who beat him. It was literally just Genos in one sweep. Just destroyed every other clone except for him.
Yep.
He was just underground at the time, and he got lucky.
And he just wiped everyone else out. That was damn Genos.
I'm really thinking of how I could not drag. I'm just trying to figure it out, and like trying to figure out a moment where it did drag.
I'm excited to see this Psycho's arc, or like learn.
I'm excited to see it as drawn by Murata, and then I'm excited to see this animated. That's what I'm excited for.
Oh, speaking as someone who doesn't enjoy fights, what did you think of... doesn't enjoy fights. Sorry, you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're not my thing.
What did you think of the Saitama versus Garou fight at the end?
Oh, at the end of the anime?
Or at the end of the... What?
Oh, wait. Boros and Garou have two similar names for me.
Okay, fine, both of them. What did you think of the animated Boros and the Garou fight in general?
The animated Boros fight was great because I really like good animation, and that was some high quality animation. The camera shots and all the angles in that were amazing.
Dude, if they can animate the Garou fight just perfectly, it'd be...
Yeah.
Yeah, can you... Like, I'm so excited for, like, Saitama to literally just flip the base again and then fight in the base because it's flipped so high.
It's up in the air.
Yeah, and they're just jumping from rock to rock.
That was cool. Yeah, that was... I liked that fight, too. Like, I thought that was cool. I always like watching Saitama fuck people up.
Yeah, I have to say what Garou was saying was a lot more interesting than what Boros was saying.
Yeah.
Boros is just like, definitely. I'm strong!
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat you!
Yeah, exactly. In terms of dialogue there, I thought that was interesting. I did really like the whole Garou protecting the kid thing. And I think that's also the reason why I don't feel like I like a lot of the S-Class heroes as much as you do, is at the end there, when Handsome Mask was like, you need to kill him right now, Saitama. Like, kill Garou. And nobody else was, like, stepping up to try to stop anything. I was like...
Well, the rest of them sort of had, like, this political thing. Like,
yeah.
Garou has this personal thing where the entire Hero Association is against him because he came after them first, right? He's ripped off a guy's arm and stuff, right? Yeah. He's taken down and hunted down heroes.
No, I understand why they wouldn't...
Yeah, so they all kind of have... the feeling like, yeah, we need to do this, right?
Yeah.
And none of them necessarily feel like they owe Garou anything, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, I understand, but
I feel like Zombie Man almost changed his mind. Because he goes, okay, like, the reason... I understand what you're saying, but Garou doesn't look like he even wants to live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? and then like that the whole exchange happened.
Yeah, and that's why I like Zombie Man.
And I think Bang was gonna try and save him at the end too.
No, most definitely. Like Bang and Zombie Man were two of my favorites, and a lot of that has to do with that ending section. And just how many of the other characters
a lot of
were either lobbying for them to kill him,
or just doing nothing.
Yeah.
Well, understandably, some of them are scared. Some of them are.
No, I understand.
Some of them
but
are.
That doesn't change the fact. That doesn't change the fact. Yeah,
but exactly. You're not saying they're like poorly written.
I'm not saying they're poorly written. I was just saying personally, in terms of character rankings, on how much I like this character. Yeah, this has nothing to do with how well written they are. They're all pretty damn good written characters. Well written.
I like how they threw in the thing about the kid. It's like, oh, he idolized Child Emperor because it was a kid like him. I was like, I can get into that.
Yeah, and he saw that whole thing.
Why is Super Alloy Dark Shine like Super?
Why is he not black?
I didn't like Super Alloy Dark Shine.
That's the best.
How did he get away with the black stereotype? Make him not actually black.
He's a white dude. He just has a really dark tan.
He's Asian.
Yes,
he's totally Asian, dude. They're all Asian. It's like Japan, you know.
Yeah.
He's just a really dark guy, and I'm just like, who's lifted so much that he's just super powerful, and I'm like, that's so dope.
Yeah.
That's super dope.
Yeah. He wasn't my favorite.
He's like how strong King is supposed to be, I think. Even though, and then King's reputation even exceeds him farther than that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. That is still one of my favorite scenes. It's literally King versus 4 dragons who are scared out of their minds to be fighting King.
Yeah. He has literally no powers.
No, they're all like, there's 4 of us, we can take him on. And then they go, wait a second. What do he's like, hey, wait, don't step there, there's trouble. Another guy goes like, nah, man, like, I gotta read in between the lines. Hey, wait, natural water. He usually reacts to the strongest person. He's not attacking King.
No, he reacts to bloodlust.
Yeah.
Whatever your emotions is, he'll match your emotions. Why is it shaking in fear?
Yeah. It's like, no, King's just terrified.
And then the moment where where Child Emperor's just like, okay, King, go do your special move. And then King like wipes off a beat, so it's like, I guess I gotta go practice my special move now.
All of King's energy that had been hidden the entire time came to life.
No, I'm talking about the moment where he's wiping his sweat, and then all of a sudden, little boy's like, King was prepared to run away.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to then later on it cuts to King just being
trying
like,
to Kamehameha.
And it's like the power of courage expelled through him.
And it's just King mumbling that to himself.
Yeah.
And it's like, that was King's true power. Mumble, mumble, mumble. What is he saying? He's putting a curse on us. Or he's like, what are you guys doing? King's the only one who actually thought rationally of protecting the kid.
Yeah. It's like,
the rest of you guys are all useless.
Yeah, King's pretty hilarious.
Do you think Darkstorm's gonna come back?
Well, I mean,
I don't think he's gonna mess with Saitama.
I don't think he's gonna mess around that much. I think he's like the bad guy that's now.
So I like that.
Still a bad guy, but like hangs around the good guys.
He's the Impon of the series.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that moment though where they're like, "Oh wait, my phone's broken." Yeah, my phone broke during that crash through. Oh, I think King's dead over there.
Okay, dude. Do you understand why I got mad that he fought Garo already now? Because now they're not going to do the Dine and Dash thing?
Yeah. Yeah, the Dine and Dash thing was funny.
There's a Dine and Dasher. I haven't done it
yet. He's like, oh wait, it's another person. I should probably go catch him.
I'll go get him.
And then he brings it up later and he just goes like, man, you did all this because you Dine and Dash.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't, you're not... Yeah, all you did is Dine and Dash. Like, everyone makes mistakes, even me.
Okay.
On that note.
Oh my god, I want...
I think that's a nice, solid piece of us laughing for like half an hour.
One was so
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. We'll be back next week with probably one of the biggest disappointments ever.
We'll see. I'm just excited for my red colors. And if that's good,
I'm excited for Erased, and you're excited for Secco Boys.
Oh, also, I'm hoping our running for the free running one.
Oh,
whatever that's.
You want that to be free?
Free running.
Free running.
SEKKOUBOYS.
It'll be less. It'll be
Secco
less.
Boys is totally free.
It'll be fun.
It is. Yeah, little thing. We'll name off all the ones that we're gonna be watching next week. But the ones that we're personally excited for is personally excited for the new A1 Pictures anime.
I forget what that's
called. Erased, Bokudake, something. Erased.
Bokudake got
the good CG, whatever that was.
Oh, it's B&B. I'm just gonna call it that.
I'm just gonna call it B&B.
Yeah.
Bread and brick.
You're excited for My Red Colors.
Yeah, My Red Colors the free running one.
So that's 3 anime where I'm like okay with for next season. And then we have Gundam Utaremono continuing, so that's 5. Durara is 6. So at least I have 6 solid animes.
Yeah, I'm hoping Grimgar is gonna
be Log Horizon.
Scratch my Log Horizon.
And then we'll watch Psycho Boys just for shit.
No, dude, what am I talking about? Psycho Boys is life. Psycho Boys.
Psycho Boys is life.
SEKKOUBOYS.
Yeah. Okay.
And with that, goodbye and good night.